All right, I am live. Hey, welcome back, everybody. My name is John. This is the evening edition for FNP Wargamers. I did not get the evening or the morning show uploaded to YouTube. I'm going to do that here as soon as I'm done with this show. And let's get talking about stuff because I went way over my time this morning, but that's okay. So first up, let's go ahead and talk about Warhammer 40,000 Battle Force and Age of Sigmar Battle Forces. Are they calling them Battle Forces? Yes, they are calling them Battle Forces. So they're both Battle Forces. So we've got a sharp look at them. Let's go through these kind of quick. I'm going to give you what the prices are for each of these. Well, I don't have the actual retail price. I don't have the price of the boxes. What I did do is break down the prices of the contents. I'm within maybe $10. Some of it I did math in my head, and I didn't learn Common Core math, so I didn't divide by an apple and carry a tire to divide by something. Just forgive me for that one. So we're going to be in the ballpark of how much worth is actually in the box. And then once we have the actual pricing of the battle forces, then we can very easily break down this is how much we are going to save. Let me take a drink because I'm about to get long-winded. All right, here we go. So the first one is called the Space Marine Interdiction Force. Comes with 1 Captain of Phobos armor, 10 Infiltrators / Incursors, 10 Reavers, and an Invictor tactical warsuit. Current price is $271, give or take. $270. My guess on most of these is that these boxes are going to be approximately $180. Approximately $180, maybe up to $210. I think we're going to have about a 30 to 35% savings altogether. Maybe a little bit more. So, let's delve in to the next one. Necrons, Eradication Legion. Sorry, I went down the wrong pipe. So, we get 10 of the new warriors, 5 immortals / deathmarks, 5 Triarch Praetorians or Lich Guard, a Canoptic Spider, a Triarch Stalker, and a Doom Scythe / Night Scythe / Flying Croissant, and a Technomancer. And my current pricing on this is $267. That's the actual, like I said before, this is how much value is in the box. What the actual price of the box is going to be, I don't know. My guess, most of these, like I said, it's going to be about $160, well, not $160, about $180. Moving on. Astra Militarum Bastion Battalion. You get 20 guardsmen, that's 2 10-man boxes, a command squad, a heavy weapons squad, a sentinel / scout sentinel, a chimera, and a hydra / wyvern. And this is actually kind of a double whammy. Genestealer cults, this is kind of a starter kit for you too, because you can use these for your Genestealer cult armies. If I remember correctly, double check your rulebook, but I'm pretty sure this can be used for Genestealer cults. All right, so I've got this Astra Militarum or Imperial Guard or Genestealer cult at approximately $278. Not a bad thing, especially if it's about $180 to $200. Man, taking $80 off, that's not too bad. All right, the Decimation Warband. I'm not too impressed with this right now, but we'll go through it. Maybe it'll be different now because I think my guess is that all Chaos Space Marines will be getting the wound increase like regular Space Marines and the Primaris Marines, obviously. So we'll see. So what I'm seeing here is a 5-man Havoc Squad, a 5-man Terminator Squad, a Chaos Lord with Thunderhammer and a Plasma Pistol, and a 10-man Chaos Warrior Squad, and the... Oh, God, why can't I... Not a Defiler, I can't even think of the name. Forge Fiend. And I've got that set at about $280. Doesn't look like a lot, does it? Oh, wait, it tells us up here. Mauler Fiend, Forge Fiend. Hey, I was close. Tau Empire, the Star Pulse Cadre. This might be okay. Looks like let's just read it off. They were very nice to put this there. So 10 Fire Warriors, 10 Pathfinders, 3 Crisis Battle Suits, 1 Broadside Battle Suit, a Piranha, and a Commander. And then, of course, all the drones that come in the various boxes. That one is sitting at $300. That's not too bad. If it's around $180, $200. Maybe $220. Tyrannid Brood Swarm. This is sitting with 16 Gene Stealers, which is 2 boxes, a 10-man box of gargoyles. Gargoyle. 3 Hive Guards or Tyrant Guard, however you want to build them. Exocrine or Horror Specs. That's that big maul thing right there. And the Hive Tyrant or Swarm Lord. Not too shabby. I've got that sitting at 320. That's almost a good starter. I'm not sure how I think the Exocrine is good to use, but I'm not sure about the Horror Spec, or I'm probably butchering that name. So let's jump over real quick here to the Age of Sigmar battle forces. And now here we might see better value depending once again on the prices. All right, so sitting at the, what do they call this? Disciples of Tzeentch Battle Force, the Fate Sworn Host. It looks like it's a 20-man box. I think it does come in a 20-man box of the Cultists. They don't tell us they don't give us a body count. There's a 10-man box of Zangors, 3 Zangor Enlightened, which is a box itself. The Summoner, which is a character model, and then the Changer of Ways, the big demon. So that is probably almost one of the highest ones, $310. The Caradon Overlords Battle Force, the Barak Gnar Skyfleet. Now this one, I don't know what these are, so I'm going to have to read off. They don't tell us what those are, so I can't tell you what those things are. They got 3 flying ships, the 2 little ones, 1 big or 1 medium-sized one, and then a couple of their floating jump flying troops. And then I think this guy right here is Lord Magnet Brock Grungensen in the center, a named character. Okay, I've got that price at $308. Now the Ogre Mod Battle Force Meat Grinder War Glut. That is sitting with, and I think I went over my price by 40, so I'm going to drop it down. This one I might be all over the place on. I think I added an extra unit when I didn't need to. However, it's sitting at 300 and we're going to say 345. It's got the new leader that came out about a year ago in the Feast of Bone box. We got 2 boxes of 6 Ogre Warriors, a box of the Iron Guts, a box of the Lead Belchers, the Scrap Launcher that can also be the cannon, and a giant, the Nail Guzzler. And that's around $345, $350, give or take. Now that one we might have to drop down because that's far exceeds. I might have carried the one too many times on that. I'm not sure, but I'll double check for once we get the actual pricing for these boxes. And the last one of these battle forces is going to be the Gloomspike Gitz Fungal Loon Horde. It's got 2 boxes of 3, so 6 of the Troll Goths or Trolls. The big leader troll. I think they're just Squig Hoppers. I think that's what the knights are called. You got, I think it's 2 boxes of these guys. And then the leader on, I don't even know what the leader is called, on the giant squig there. That one is $270. Now, what those actual prices, once again, is a quick recap. I don't know yet. But as soon as we have those pricings, I'll go in, double check my figures here, and then we will see what the actual savings are. Now, I could let me bust out a calculator, and we'll just kind of ballpark it. Yeah. So let's say, nope, other way, John. So yeah, about a 30, I'm going to say probably about a 30 to 35% discount. So 180. So I think you're going to be saving about 200 or about close to $100 on these boxes. That's not too bad at the end of the day. Yeah, and that's my personal opinion. Love it, hate it. Be very mad at me. So let's talk about something else. Let's bring up this lovely graphic. So coming January 2021, we've talked about this, that coming the first of the year, that our first two codexes are going to be, or first two codexes of 2021 are going to be dropping for 9th edition. Is it going to be Imperial? Well, we know, we can surmise from this that it's going to be Imperial, and we know for a fact it is a Xenos Codex. And floating around, I've seen this image now twice. It got popped up in my email when I was sitting on my golden throne, and then in a group chat, the FN Pro chat, it popped up in there. So kudos to whoever got it first. If it was Colin, fantastic. If it's my source, fantastic. So let's talk about what this image is. Let me pull this up. Let me hide this one. So we're going to be talking about Star Wars here in just a moment. But let's talk about Eldar. So supposedly this image that I got, and it's on the left there, it is a white dwarf. That's if you've got the white dwarf subscription, it gets delivered to your home. You get the fancy wraparound full cover art. You don't have all the normal type of magazine stuff all splashed all over it. Now if this is true, and it's an actual genuine leak, which it could be, we'll find out very soon. At any rate, if this is true, then that very likely indicates that Eldar are going to be the first codex in January 2021. The reason why I say the first codex is because that white dwarf is going to be mid-December. It's going to drop mid-December. So we've got an upcoming sneak peek show this weekend, which we're going to cover at 8 a.m. on Saturday. And we know that Warhammer 40,000 is going to be talked about. Does this mean that we're going to finally see new Eldar models, the new Eldar Codex, and a total reworking of everything to bring Eldar back up? The Eldar, which were created by the old ones to fight the Necrons, the Necron tier. I mean, it's why they weren't already put out there. I don't know. Maybe it's something big because there's going to be a whole bunch of new model kits. Cross our fingers. I really hope so, Eldar players, because I love you guys. But I don't want to go another edition without or with you guys complaining about not getting new model kits. I get it. You and your Eldar Guardians and the Orc Boys are right now the two oldest plastic kits in production. Now they've gotten 3 or 4 new box art, and that's because they've gotten that many editions since they came out. That's sad. That is really, really sad. And Games Workshop, shame on you. You should have put those out instead of putting out two different types of Marines and then going to Primaris, and now you're going to be getting rid of the old Marines. I mean, come on, guys. Really? So I think there's a lot of legitimacy to it because I value the two sources. And it makes sense that we know that Xenos are coming and Necrons are on the cover, and Necrons are kind of driving the narrative right now with the whole Pariah Nexus going on. And we know that this phase of Warhammer 40,000, at least this first year, is going to be Necron driven. We'll see how that pans out. So it's a very, very good chance. I'm going to put it about a 75% chance that it will be Eldar January 2021. We'll know probably this Saturday, guys. We'll probably know this Saturday. Games Workshop does like to do the shell game where they'll shuffle around which shell is the ball under. And or they'll do the, hey, look at this shiny object over here, and you don't see what they're doing over here. You know, they got this whole sleight of hand, that's it, going on with their products. So they show us all this amazing stuff that's immediately going to be coming out, but they don't show us the future stuff. Makes sense. They lead us along, and then they surprise us out of nowhere with this product. And how that relates to what I'm talking about, or how I'm relating all this, is we've got some images of upcoming models. Now, we already know that the Lord Virulence is coming out with the Death Guard Codex. We already saw that with the miasmic Malignifier and the Death Guard Codex, either this month or next month. We know that that's coming out. So we know what that model is. We know that there is an Orc model, and that there's a Dark Eldar model, and a Skitarii model. Now, are those going to be those free models that you can get at the GW store every month for the next year? Don't know. Are they a precursor to their new line? Probably. It's probably, hey, look at these amazing models, or these images. These are going to be free for you guys to pick up every month. And those months might actually correlate to those releases, but I'm not going to get into that. So they're looking, hey, look at all these new models. You know, yes, there's Xeno races coming, other races besides Primaris and Necrons. But over here is actually what's imminently coming out, and they're not even talking about it until probably this Saturday. And they're going to go, bam, here's Eldar for 9th edition. And I'm really hoping it is absolutely amazing. The two things I would want out of this edition, and I'm not an Eldar player, but I think at least these two things let's say three things need to happen. A, please write a balanced book that makes sense. Okay, please put them on par with everybody else. Please, for the love of all that's true and holy in this world and the next, make them on par with everybody else. Okay. 2, please, for the love of everything that's true and holy yet again, get them some new Eldar Guardians. Please, a new Eldar Guardian box. New plastics. Please. And then finally, another kit that needs to happen. Well, it'll be multiple kits, but please, plastic Aspect Warriors. Yes, we have the new Howling Banshees, and we've got the new Dire Avengers, but what we don't have is Dark Reapers, Swooping Hawks, the Claw Guys, Striking Scorpions, and I think that's it. I'm not counting the Forge World Shadow Specters. Oh, Shining Spears, please. Warp Spiders. Oh my God, Warp Spiders, please. God, give them some Aspect Warriors so they'll stop. So, anyways, I'm hoping those three things happen. That's more than three, really, if you add up all the different boxes. But I am hoping that that's what we're going to see coming up very soon. And it might be mid January. Maybe the December White Dwarf that comes out around the 15th of December is going to give us a dang good indication of what's going to be coming up. And then we won't see the releases probably till mid-January, but that's okay. That gives us from now till mid-January, so that's basically 2 months, if you half and half, and then plus December, 2 months to build up those releases, which would be absolutely bonkers, crazy, amazing. So let's cross our fingers. I don't even care what the Imperial release is. I really don't care. I want the Eldar, because A, they deserve it. B, they deserve it. And C, I need them to stop complaining about not getting new kits. Valid reason to complain, but please, let's stop the madness. Please, and please, Games Workshop, besides what you guys have already slated, and maybe some exclusive models that are like lieutenants, don't make any more Space Marine units for this edition, unless it's like a special character, that sort of thing. No more new units, please. All right, that was my rant. Let's move on. So I'm taking another drink. All right. So, big news. Asmodee owns Fantasy Flight Games. Fantasy Flight Games has had the Star Wars license, I think, since like about 2013 or 14-ish. They've had it for quite some time. Maybe 2015. 14. They've had it for quite some time. And what they have with it, besides the card game, which is, we're not going to talk about the card game. We're going to talk about their miniatures game, because that's what we do here. So we started off with X-Wing. Then we had Armada. Legion came out, which did not have a great start, but has picked up a lot of steam because they've fixed their distribution. They increased their release window of the miniatures. The game is really solid, fantastic. Anyway, so then we've got now 2.0 for Star Wars. Rough start. Very rough start. Very poor execution. It was a money grab, but their business, they've got to make money. And then Star Wars Armada is getting a new edition. And then Legion has, I guess, present era. No, not present era. The original series. So that's when Luke Skywalker was running around doing all of his stuff prior to Rey Skywalker. And then they now have the, I guess, the prequels. And I mean, I guess that's the right terminology. Prequels, to where you can basically do the Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin Skywalker. You've got the Separatist and the Galactic Republic. And lots of characters in there that you can use. A lot of the people that you recognize from the movies, the TV shows, like the Clone Wars, and well, actually, I think that's it. So you'll know who they are and what they do. So they've got a pretty solid game. Now, last year, I want to say it was last February, might have been last March, approximately, Asmodee had started to reshuffle how their inner workings are, interdepartment communication and handling of product and projects works. And then I think it was this year we had a lot of their departments got shut down, or I think it was last year. A lot of their departments had shut down. Most of their RPG line had shut down. Several of their board game and card games had shut down because, to be honest, Fantasy Flight Games, God love them because they put out some great games, but they throw so much out there, see what sticks on the wall, oversaturate, and pretty much sell themselves out of the market by just burning people out, and then they don't support those games and they die off. There's no longevity with their games because they're relatively cheap to make. So those die off, they make a new one. People come back in, buy, and get overwhelmed with tons of stuff, and then those games go away. But they were losing money as they were doing this. And they're probably very close. I'm going to be honest, I think they were very close to losing the Star Wars IP. But that's something coming from one of the insiders. I'm not going to discuss that right now until I can articulate it better. However, Atomic Mass Games, which is a department within Asmodee, it's their own company, but they part of Asmodee. They do the Marvel Crisis Protocol. They now are going to be handling game development for Star Wars X-Wing, Star Wars Armada, and Star Wars Legion. They also handle the Marvel Crisis Protocol, which they have done an absolutely amazing job on. Probably right now, unless you want to talk about chess or probably not checkers, chess, checkers, the most balanced tabletop game, miniature game out there. I know checkers and chess aren't miniature games, but it's relatable. It is the most balanced game out there. Probably the most fun I've had playing a miniature game since 5th edition of Warhammer 40,000. Maybe a couple 8th edition games. Absolutely fun to do. I mean, so many different, like 40,000 plus combinations Well, actually, X-Men dropped this week, I think, or they already dropped. They dropped last weekend. So over 40,000 different combinations of teams. I'm not going to get into that. Anyways, they know what they're doing. They have veteran game designers. They're in a team that have been with other companies, saw those companies screw up their product, and then they basically went and created Atomic Mass Games. Because they're like, that's how you do it wrong. Those guys over there do it right. So we're going to learn from them. We're going to learn from those bad guys. And we're going to make a good, solid product. And they have. They have actually done an amazing job. So I'm very encouraged. I'm not going to rush out and buy X-Wing or Armada or Legion. I'm not that interested in those style of games. But the Marvel Crisis Protocol, I am. And I'm looking very forward to it because Atomic Mass Games, they've been nothing but win after win after win after win. And this is a big thing for them. So they're going to pull from, if I understood the article correctly, some of the people from the Star Wars departments are going to come over. There's going to be some head guys from Atomic Mass Games are going to be over them and a couple Atomic Mass Games employees. And they're basically going to come together and go, you guys built something great. We're going to work with you to enhance this and bring it up to par. So this is a moneymaker. And this is a big moneymaker because Lucasfilms, Disney, they'll pull the plug. They already did that with Wizards of the Coast. They'll pull the plug. They did that with Unicorn Games. They'll yank it. You guys aren't selling. You guys are ruining our IP. You're not making any money off of it. Give it back. You guys screwed up. You lost your chance. Atomic Mass Games and Fantasy Flight Games are going to succeed. I have that much faith in them. So that's my predictions, guys and gals. I think we're going to see some amazing things come out of Asmodee and Atomic Mass Games for those Star Wars related games. And we already know that Atomic Mass Games is not going to stop working on the Marvel Crisis Protocol. They're already slated. I think we were already looking around close to 20 miniatures, which means the first 3 or 4 months of 2021 are already booked. And they probably, if they're being smart, which I think they are, they've already got the next year and a half already projected. They're already working on it. One thing that I can appreciate is they constantly communicate with us about what's going on behind the scenes, upcoming product. The way they communicate their upcoming product is they'll showcase a little blurb on like a blog post on their website. Then they'll have the previous one. They'll be spotlighting its game card or game statistics, attributes. And the one before that, they're doing live stream painting and then showing off stuff. They've got probably the best system for releasing upcoming information and communicating with us, the gamers, the hobbyists, the consumers, and of course the stores. So I think this is going to be a big win. I think this is going to be a big win for Atomic Mass Games. So kudos, congratulations to hometown Will Pagini. I probably butchered that name. Well done with your company. Not your company, but you know what I mean. All right, guys and gals, that is going to be it for the evening edition. I'm going to take a break, do a couple model assemblies, and then over on Havoc Maker Studio tonight, we're going to be painting a model that I 3D printed. So yay, we'll see how that goes. And some Warhammer 40,000 / Age of Sigmar Zangors. Part of a commission. So with the Zangors, what I'm going to do is very quickly paint up one at the beginning of the show. Take a little bit of a break. We're going to work on the 3D printed model, and then afterwards, I'm going to batch paint. I'm going to show you guys batch painting these so you can see how easy it is. I've done it before. I'm going to do it again. You guys seem to like that, so that is coming tonight on Havoc Maker Studio at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. All right, guys. Let me know what you guys think about everything I've talked about here, about the pricing. If I'm off on the pricing of these battle forces, let me know. I'm going to have to go back and double check my numbers anyways, but let me know. And let me know what you think about that Eldar speculation. Drop that down in the comments. Make sure you hit the subscribe, follow, all that jazz. And I'll see you guys tonight on Havoc Maker Studio or Wednesday morning right back here. We are going to continue to do these two shows a day, and I'm going to start consolidating from 30 minutes to probably about 15 to 20 minutes to make them more digestible. All right, guys, have yourself a wonderful evening. I'll talk to you in a little bit.